everyone, Kaylee here. I have two things to announce. First of all, I'm switching my uploads from being 3 videos a week to 2 videos a week. I've been doing 3 videos for like a month and a half and it's just a little bit too much for me. So I'm going to go back to 2 and I'm going to be uploading on Tuesdays and Fridays. So you can come back on those days to check for new uploads from me. And that's all of that announcement. So number 2 is that I have a little series and it's basically only 4 videos long, but I wanted to do some kind of fall lookbooks for hair. And the way that I went about that was to kind of look at fall clothing trends and create hair that I thought went really well with that. So it's not necessarily what you're going to open like 17 magazine and be like, oh, this is the fall trend for hair. But it's kind of what I was inspired to do. So what I basically did was I picked a couple different categories and I picked a celebrity that I thought kind of imbibed that category and chose some of the hair looks that they've done in the past. I get so many celebrity hair requests that it was kind of a good way for me to get in some requested hairstyles, but it was also like a good way for people to kind of be able to picture what I was trying to say. So that's what I did. So this one is Kim Kardashian. It's my edgy but glam look, and I mean, she's not really edgy like much at all, and she is pretty glam, but you know, it's kind of like that mixture of the two. But her hair does kind of lean towards the edgy, glam-ish side, but it's still very, very wearable, which is why I picked her, because I could have picked somebody that was ridiculously edgy, but I don't know that that really applies to a lot of my subscribers, so I decided to go ahead and do something that was just a little bit more wearable for the everyday person. So hopefully you guys like this. I thought it was a good, safe pick for me to do, so hopefully you guys agree with that. But I am going to be coming back with like 3 other completely different celebrities, so don't worry if this isn't your style, I'm sure something will be. So that's it, and I will see you guys on Friday with my next video. Mwah! Bye! First off, let's talk about how to get the sleek, straight, shiny hair that Kim Kardashian has. You're going to want to start by using a moisturizing shampoo and conditioner, because that's going to help to bind water to your hair and moisture to your hair to go ahead and get you some shine from the very beginning. Then go ahead and use a good leave-in conditioner. I love this argan oil one by Renpure Organics. It's only $7 at the drugstore and it works really, really well. It adds a lot of shine and keeps your hair nice and healthy. And then you want to go ahead and use the heat protectant anyway, because it's good to protect your hair from that heat. I love this Smooth and Protect. It adds a lot of shine and it does a good job of protecting your hair from the heat. I notice after I've used this that my hair doesn't look as damaged after I've used a lot of heat on it. You know, because for tutorials and things like that, that happens. So basically, I think everybody knows how to straighten their hair, but just in case, I think it's good to use a comb while you're going through your hair, because it goes ahead and gets your hair as smooth as possible. You don't ever want to iron in frizz to your hair, so using the comb is going to help a lot. If you have really thick, wavy, or curly hair, I would recommend doing this in sections to get your hair as straight as possible. And then, once you go ahead and have your hair as straight as you want, I recommend using an anti-frizz spray. That's going to go ahead and smooth down any little flyaways you might have left, and it's going to add a lot of shine. I love this straight sexy hair one. I think it does a really, really good job. So that's basically it. I think, you know, one of the most important things about getting this really straight, sleek, shiny hair is to use the right product. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and do this for you guys, was to tell you guys how to use the right products to achieve the look that you want. My last tip is to always use a fine-tooth comb to brush through your straight hair. It makes it look the smoothest and the straightest that it can possibly look. So now we're going to do a spiced up ponytail, and I really like this one. I think it's got some attitude to it, but you can wear it with or without the little hair accessory, depending on what you like. First, you want to use that fine-tooth comb again to go ahead and pull your hair into a high ponytail. And then you definitely want to use some hairspray. This is L'Oreal Elnett Satin Hold Hairspray. It works really well and it adds a lot of shine, so it's great for this look. Then take a small piece of hair and wrap it around the base of that ponytail. Once you get to the end of that little wrapped section, you're going to go ahead and pin it, and you want to pin right against your head going underneath the hairband. That's going to help to hold it in place, and it's going to keep it from being painful throughout the day. And you can do more than one bobby pin if you want. I crisscross these so that they would hold well. Now if you have any little flyaways, just take some gel or pomade and go ahead and slick them back against your head. And this is what that would look like if you just went ahead and wore it normally like this. Or you can add in the cute little accessory. I got mine off of eBay, but I also have a friend who's done a tutorial on how to make one of these yourself, and I'll link that in the down bar because she did a really great tutorial on this. So you will want to check that out if you like this hair accessory and you want to go ahead and make it yourself. But that's that first hairstyle. I like it. I like the sleek high ponytail. Even if the accessory isn't your thing, I think it would be great with kind of the studded and color blocked items that are still around for fall this season. And then our last one is this super sleek top knot. Now you guys have been seeing top knots everywhere. The different part about this one is how tightly this first part is pulled back. So basically you're going to use that fine tooth comb again, and before you even put your hair into the hairband, you're going to spray it and then use your hands to slick it back. That's going to get you the sleekest look possible. It's going to really pull that hair back really nice and tight. Now that might not be your thing, you don't have to do it, but for the specific look we're going for, that's what you would do. Now you can use a sock or a bun maker, and you're going to go ahead and put that at the base of your ponytail and wrap your hair around it. This is different from your normal sock bun technique, but I really like how this looks. I typically wear this with a loose, messy kind of texture on my hair, but for this edgy look, you kind of like the sleeker texture a little bit better. But you're basically just going to pin around the base, and it stays in really well. I've worn this all day long and didn't even have a flyaway come out. So basically you just pin around the base and then you will be done. And basically I think that these looks are really, really great because they are tighter and sleeker, which makes them a little bit edgier, and I like them for kind of the studded elements that are going to be around for fall, some of the color blocking that's still around, and the fact that there are a lot of angles that you see. I think this goes really well with all those kind of edgy elements. So here are some other hairstyles to check out. Basically these are the ones that are going to be uploaded over the next couple days or weeks, so I hope you check those out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!